Ugh, ads are such poop. Subscribe to Acast Plus now to skip ads and more for just $1 a month. Click the link in our show notes to learn how. And hey, we're on Patreon too. Your support helps cover the cost of running a podcast. For $2 a month, you can get early access to all our episodes ad-free, plus bonus episodes exclusive to Patreon subscribers only. Visit patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse to sign up now.
If you're serious about podcasting, Acast is serious about getting you paid. With millions of dollars paid to our podcasters, we're the best in the business in helping you make money from your craft on your terms. From ads and sponsorship by the world's biggest brands to getting paid directly by listeners through Acast Plus with subscriptions and one-time purchases, Acast offers more ways to earn revenue than any other platform. Join Acast with a 3-month trial of our paid plan using the code JOIN. Just visit go.acast.com/join.
Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened last week?
There wasn't much to remember. It was one of the shortest chapters we've read.
But not the shortest chapter.
Not the shortest chapter.
Right.
But something about maggots, worms, and being born of women?
You are a maggot, and you are a worm, and you were born to a woman.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, it was really short.
Yeah.
It's fucking short.
It was fucking short.
That's all I got.
6 verses.
Yeah. All right, so that was Job chapter 25.
Yeah, it was, you worm.
And today we're going to be reading
Job chapter 26, you fucking maggot.
Jesus, let's do this.
Okay, Job chapter 26.
Okay, then,
exactly. Job replied
okay.
to the maggots and worms comment from
Yeah,
Bildad.
right.
How you have helped the powerless. How you have saved the arm that is feeble. What advice you have offered to one without wisdom. He is being a sarcastic fuck, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
And what great insight you have displayed.
Mm.
Who has helped you utter these words? And whose spirit spoke from your mouth?
Yeah.
The dead are in deep anguish, those beneath the waters and all that live in them. The realm of the dead is naked before God. Neckies.
Okay.
Destruction lies uncovered.
Does it?
No.
I feel like, like Pompeii. There was a lot of destruction at Pompeii.
Yeah.
It's all covered.
No.
No? Well, not anymore. They're excavating it. But, it was covered in ash. It was a buried city.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was destruction.
What about...
It wasn't uncovered.
What about Atlantis?
Atlantis is not known to be real.
It's not known to be real, though.
Neither is God. Not known to be real.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. I'm just saying, there are some who say that Atlantis was real and that some of the Egyptian stories speak of this city.
But that's what I'm saying. There are people who say that God is real, and some rednecks speak of, his story.
The magic that I believe in is
just
way more fun than the Bible.
Rednecks. It's not just rednecks. It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
I was trying to be funny, and I realized that might not be funny.
It might not.
So I'm backtracking a little bit.
Good on you. But anyway, I like fun magic. I don't like boring, rapey, racist, gross magic.
Sure. Yeah, fun magic is much better.
Atlantis.
Unicorns. That's fun magic.
Tarot. Just kidding. He spreads out the northern skies over empty space. He suspends the earth over nothing.
I mean,
He doesn't,
I
though.
guess.
Gravity does.
Right,
Like,
right. Well, or
mass.
yeah,
And the sun's orbit pull.
yeah.
Like centrifugal force on
But
a
how
massive
like
scale.
suspended over like what do they mean by that? Because I don't know that they even knew what the shape of the Earth was back then. So, or that it was suspended over anything.
It was a disc and he was spinning it like spinning plates.
It'd be interesting to know what they actually thought of the world that they lived in. Like, what did they think it was made up of?
Like, do you know that there's people like over there?
Right, right. Yeah. I mean, they obviously didn't know they were over there, but
Right.
like what is your idea of what the world is?
Yeah.
How do you perceive it?
Do you think that it's just a flat edge?
Right. It would be an interesting, I mean, like to know what they were thinking about this thing that they're talking about, you know.
Right. Right.
So,
He wraps up the waters in his clouds, yet the clouds do not burst under their weight. I mean, they do.
sometimes they do.
rains.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
fucking rain is.
Exactly. He covers the face of the full moon, spreading his clouds over it. I mean, no.
There are clouds that sometimes cover the moon
Okay,
from sight.
but also
But
there's
it's also
sometimes
still there.
there's also sometimes an eclipse.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's not clouds.
That's just a fucking shadow.
Yeah. He covers the face of the moon, spreading his clouds over it. He marks out the horizon on the face of the waters for a boundary between light and darkness. No, you're so silly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry at you. You need to like attend maybe fifth
Just a
grade
couple
science.
of right, yeah.
Like,
And that's probably they were slightly below that level for this time period, I would say.
yeah.
You know, well, I'm more than slightly below that actually. I'd say more like a second or third grade science level maybe.
okay, I was gonna say
If that even.
I was gonna say like if they were real smart though, they could sit in a fifth grade class and maybe catch up.
They maybe. If they were really smart, maybe.
Okay, so we're talking a third to fifth grade knowledge
I mean,
level.
based on what I've been reading in the Bible
Yeah.
about science, that's kind of my take on it.
I think most of our neighbors have a third to fifth grade education level, and that's sad.
I mean, I've probably unlearned more science than I've learned. So,
Mm,
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know.
no, yeah, that's true. For myself, that's true.
Yeah, unfortunately.
When I'm doing math with the kid and they're like asking me for help, I have to like dig
Relearn.
deep. I have to dig deep to relearn since they do math so differently than I did.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
It's not just relearning, it's relearning how did I do this again? And then learning it the new way.
Right.
Which sometimes is better and sometimes isn't.
Sure.
But
That's the way of things, I guess, right?
yeah. So I mean, how educated am I?
You know
I don't
both
know.
ways. You know both ways. You learn both ways.
I'm
Like how to do math two different ways.
I don't know that that's helpful.
No?
I mean, I still can't figure out which side of the car the gas is on, you know?
Well, to be fair, our car is one of the few cars in the world, apparently, that doesn't have the goddamn triangle pointing to which side it's supposed to be on.
Right. It doesn't.
I'm like,
and
what
not
the
only
fuck?
that, but the hose
Yeah.
is on
It's
the
got
wrong
a picture of the
side.
hose, and it's
But
on the wrong fucking side.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, car.
Yeah, so like when I first learned that, oh, really? You just look at the little image and it
Yeah.
tells you? I was like, I must not understand the direction. Like, I thought it was me. But no, our car
Doesn't have one.
And it's not that our car is like super old or dumb or bad.
Right, yeah.
It's not.
No.
Okay, sorry. The
Yeah.
pillars of the heavens quake, aghast at his rebuke. Oh, the what? I was being aghast.
Oh, okay.
Making a ghast noise.
I can't.
Huh?
See, when you ask me to do something, what happens to me?
You freeze and you do not work on command.
Yeah, so you can't just ask me to make a sound. It has to be unprompted, you know?
Okay. Well,
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to make sounds that are aghast.
You're welcome.
Oh my!
You're welcome to make the sounds.
Am I doing?
You're doing a great job.
Okay.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Huh? How
That
about
was
that one?
perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was great. That's aghast. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because the pillars of heavens were quaking.
Right. Yeah. I mean, now we have examples of what aghast means. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's perfect.
By his power.
By the power of Grayskull.
I have the power. You're He-Man.
Yeah.
And I'm not She-Ra. Because you know why? I always wanted to be, what was her name?
Who?
The
bad one?
No, the good one, but the eagle head, like the
Eagle head.
The sorceress.
I thought she was bad.
No, you're thinking of Evelyn.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know who the other one is then.
Okay, the sorceress is literally the one who gave He-Man the sword and gave him the power.
Oh, okay.
Like
I only remember She-Ra.
Okay, She-Ra.
As far as a girl and then the evil sorceress. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I fail at my He-Man fandom.
Do you remember Skeletor?
Of course.
You boob. You got to admit, I did that.
That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay. All right. By his power, he turned up the sea. By his wisdom, he cut Rahab to pieces.
Oh,
I remember
damn.
Rahab.
Yeah, I do too.
By his breath, the skies became fair. His hand pierced the gliding serpent. And these are but the outer fringe of his works. How faint the whisper we hear of him. Who then can understand the thunder of his power? The end.
Which serpent did he pierce?
All of them.
Are we supposed to know something about a serpent?
The gliding one.
Which gliding fucking serpent?
Only one was gliding. The gliding one.
I don't know of the gliding serpent.
It says.
Yeah, I know it says. That's what I'm curious about, though. The fuck?
I don't know.
Where did the gliding serpent come from?
I don't know, but it was gliding and then he pierced
What kind of sound does a gliding serpent make? Okay.
Right?
Yeah. How about when it gets, speared? Okay. All right.
Right?
Yeah. While we're on, doing sounds, I thought we'd do some sounds. So
I was trying. I don't know.
Right. All right. Before we get too off base here, that was Job chapter 26.
Oh, it sure as fuck was.
And we'll be back tomorrow with
Job chapter 27.
All right, guys. We'll see you then.
Yep. Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.
Hey, listener. Do you have a story to tell? Just like the podcast you're listening to now? With Acast, it couldn't be easier to start a podcast. We have all the essential tools you need. From recording and editing audio to sharing and promoting your show, you can even make money from your podcast, all in one place. Basically, we handle all the boring stuff, so you can focus on having fun and creating exactly what you want to share with the world. Get started with a 3-month trial of our paid plan using the promo START. Just visit go.acast.com/start.